Hey, shalom. Shalom to the ultimate elect. Before I get started, I want to give all the praise and the glory and honors to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rahah Radash, which give me the spirit and the strength to do this lesson. And also, I want to give the honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that grew well and that still teach well, by Hashem Yahushai. By Hashem, by Hashem Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim, Asalaki, Wa Shalom, Wa Barakim, to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, which are scattered abroad and in every place, redeeming the time and ready to be saved. Shalom. Alright. Brief lesson this morning. The Spirit is on me to, go ahead and bring this out. And, this is, good information, something that we should all know about. So, therefore, the Spirit is compelling me to, disclose this, to the believers, because this is furthermore proof that the host of America, the host of this kingdom, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, and who are the host? Well, you have the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Gettys, these elite banking families, man. All right, they are our enemies. Okay, they're not for you, but they're against you, people, man. And that's, when you go and look at the interview with Aaron Russo and Alex Jones, what did Aaron Russo say? He told him that on the Rockefellers, how they feel about you American citizens. They don't give a damn about you, man. All right? And especially you Israelites. Because they know who you are. They know who you Israelites are. All right? They know who you are. And they're trying to destroy you. They really want to destroy the whole entire race. Understand, that's their goal. Matter of fact, let's read this and get into some scriptures. What it says right here, it says, the internet is disgusted after Campbell's Soup, etc., secretly recorded claiming soup contains 3D printed meat. It said by Aaron Ryan. This was a day ago. All right. It said, I hope you weren't planning on having Campbell's Soup at your Thanksgiving dinner. All right. You see, they contaminate the food products that are well known, that are consumed the most. Those are the ones that they target. They feel like people eat this the most, that's one they're going to contaminate. All right? Because Campbell's, man, everybody ate Campbell's, man. I'm guilty as well. Coming up, I would eat Campbell's chicken noodle soup. All right? But let's read on. It says, honestly, it's been a while since I've had the iconic red. See, iconic. You see, that's and those are the ones that they target. These iconic brands, you know, these iconic label foods. That's the ones that they target. All right. That's why you have like McDonald's. Everybody eats at McDonald's. That's why you got Burger King. All these iconic foods. They're defiling it. All right. It says honestly, it's been a while since I've had the iconic red and white label soup. But growing up, I pretty much lived on the chicken noodle soup, and from what I can remember, it was delicious. The company is one of the largest processed food companies in the United States, with the parent company owning not only the soup brand but also other iconic food brands like Pepper Ridge Farm, Swanson, V8, Prego, Pasta Sauce, Paz Salsa, and even Cinder Pretzels, which also makes those bright orange Lance sandwich crackers. It says overall, Campbell's reported revenue over $10.3 billion for the fiscal year ending in August 2025, which is a lot of soup being eaten on a daily basis. But do we really know what's in all that soup? Nope, we don't. But you know, uh, this much, because this information is coming out, for us to uh, take heed to it, and to really, you know, uh, realize what's going on. All right. Say a few years ago, Campbell's joined a campaign against the California law that made it mandatory for food producers to label products that contained genetically modified ingredients before ultimately dropping its opposition a couple years later and announcing that they would indeed be labeling their products that contain GMOs, genetically modified organisms. All right. So this is what you're eating when you eat Campbell's chicken noodles, Campbell's soups. All right. It said recently, though, the quality of their products has been called into question and discussed at the internet again after a recording surfaced of a Campbell's employee talking about the ingredients in their soup. The secret recording was taken by Robert Garza, a former Campbell's Soup Company employee, who said he was fired after complaining about Vice President Martin Bali. Martin Bali was vice president of the Campbell's industry establishment. Said Garza was since filed a lawsuit claiming the company retaliated him for his complaints after Bali was caught making racist remarks and trashing the company's product and customs. In the recording, Bali can reportedly be heard saying that their soup contains bioengineered meat. Now, remind you, this was a guy. This man was being recorded and he didn't even know it. All right. So it said bioengineered meat from a 3D printer, saying their products are for poor people. You hear that? So the food that is contaminated, you know, um, not really fit for human consumption, that's for the poor people. Now ask yourself, who is the poor people that they're targeting? Because obviously they're targeting them. You know, well that would be you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Negroes, Native Americans, West Indians. All right, we are the poor. We are the poor that they're targeting. Because like I said earlier, they want to destroy you, destroy us. All right. So once again, it says bioengineered meat from a 3D printer, saying their products are for poor people. All right. And this is what this is what was said on the recorder. It said we have shit for. It said we have shit for fucking poor people. All right. He said who buys out shit? I don't buy fucking Campbell's products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what is, now that I know what the fuck's in it. All right. It says, even in a can of soup, I look at it bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a fucking a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. Now, this is what the man said. Then it says right here, he said, and he was also caught making racist remarks. Fucking Indians, they don't know a fucking thing. Right, so this proves once again that those poor people is talking about you Israelites. It says fucking Indians, they don't know a fucking thing. They couldn't think for their fucking selves. Alright? So like I said, this is for the poor, like he says, for the poor people. Alright? Let me get Psalms 83. Because they have always tried to destroy us. They come up with different tactics. And it would never end until Yahweh Shah returns and put an end to their schemes, man. Alright? Matter of fact, before I get that, let me get this right here. Psalms 21. It says Psalms 21 verse 11. It says, "For they intended evil against thee." Right? The Edomites. All right. I named them off earlier in this lesson. The Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Oppenheimers, Rockefellers. All right. They intended evil against thee, Judah, you Israelites. All right. It said, for they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. What is a good example of that? Well, this is Psalms 83. It says, Psalms 83, verse 2, it says, "For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head." This is Esau. "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people." Right? Who are the people of the Heavenly Father, of Yahweh Shema Shah, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? And then it says, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let they have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. Right? And this is what they really said. You see, that's what these scriptures are so powerful, because they're giving us insight of what was really said by these people, man, by these devils. All right? This is not just written here. This is what this is what it means by the secrets, the hidden things. All right? We know about the hidden councils, the hidden, meetings because of these scriptures, man. Right? It said they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. You see? So that's their plan. Right? They want to utterly ruin us. It says they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation. Alright? It said that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Whew. That's heavy. Alright, it says, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Yeah. You see? But like you said, they want to just cut us off from being a nation. That's something that they cannot do. Alright? Let's see. Okay, this is Psalms 37, verse 14. It said, the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy. Right? Who are the poor and the needy? Israelites. Alright? The wicked, who are the wicked? Edomites, so-called white people, beginning with the elites. It said the wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Alright? You see, so we are being targeted, and people don't even know it. The Israelites don't even see it. Mm-hmm. So, this one that I want, Psalm 64. This is Psalm 64, verse 1. It says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Yeah. preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Because like the scripture say, that these devils are going to come down with great wrath. Revelation 12:12. It said, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. That's the elites. Alright? The Illuminati. It says, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot the arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, right, which are the Israelites. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Alright? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. You see? Because they're not going to openly just come out and make it, known to the world that they want to destroy you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. It's going to be something that they're going to do it privately. Alright? So once again, it said they commune of laying snares privately. And how are they doing it? A good example of doing it is secretly through these food products. Alright? They put swine, they put swine in all type of foods, man. Alright? That's them setting a trap secretly. You could be eating swine and you don't even know it. Or any other type of abominable things that we're not supposed to eat. Because they know who you are, once again. They know that you are the chosen people, of the powers of the universe. And they also know that as long as they continue, if they can keep you, continue to trap you, get you to sin, then we will always be separated from my power. Alright? This is real, man. You see, they commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? Right? You see, they don't think that they're being noticed. Right? But look, Yahweh Shai have given eyes to the elect to see. Right? So they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Yeah, that's another dark saying for this word, this truth. Alright? You see? It says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Yep. They're being exposed. Their identity is being, hurt, demonized, debased. Alright? And it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Right? They're telling on themselves. All right. So uh, they go to these insiders, you know. But nonetheless, it's all the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, because it's also written in the book of Ezekiel that we will eat uh, dung. We'll eat our food defiled among the heathens. All right. So this is just the will of Yahweh Shema Shai being fulfilled. You know, this was prophesied about, so shall it be. All right. Yeah, Lord willing, it's edifying. You know, just wanted to bring that out. Oh, before I go, something else I was looking at. This right here. All right. Also, you know, stay away from these Pillsbury uh biscuits. All right, or cookies. You know, really the whole brand. You know, he said, "Why are you trying to poison me?" Woman opens Pillsbury biscuits for dinner. Then she notices something that stops her cold. Yeah. Now, when you go into this, you can read a little bit of this yourself. All right. Well, they're putting aluminum. She found aluminum in her biscuits. Her raw uh, biscuit batter. All right. Aluminum. A lot of little specks of aluminum. And aluminum is metal. All right. So this is what they're putting in your foods. You know, metals. If that ain't a demon, man, you know. So yeah, you can look into this, you know, more yourself. But you know, Lord willing, was edifying. Until next time, shalom.